Tāne Mahuta is not just a tree. It is a symbol of grandeur and longevity, standing tall in the forests of New Zealand. This giant has withstood centuries but now faces a challenge. Due to a recent drought when rainfall in the region was almost non-existent, the tree is beginning to experience difficulties. Emergency measures are now being taken to save this living monument of nature. Imagine a tree that remembers almost everything that has happened on Earth over the past 2 millennia. From trees that are impossible to cut down to giants that survive fire thanks to their thickness, some trees defy imagination with their grandeur. They are far beyond what your imagination can conceive. This is Topfacts, and we wish you an enjoyable viewing experience. Imagine a tree that is already 2,000 years old. The Kauri tree in New Zealand is one of the most majestic on the planet. This tree, with straight trunks reaching 169 feet in height, boasts a trunk diameter of over 16 feet. Its trunk is so massive that it takes more than a dozen people to encircle it. What is even more astonishing is that this tree has been a witness to many historical events, both in Maori traditions and New Zealand's colonial past. The bark of this tree was used to create canoes and building materials, while the tree's resin was once a valuable commodity. Today, this tree faces threats, but thanks to conservation efforts, it continues to live on. Te Mama Manu is not just about its size, which is staggering, but also about how this record-breaking tree becomes a world of its own. Te Mama Manu can be found in the Anantapur district of India, where this enormous banyan tree, a species of Ficus bengalensis, grows. It holds a Guinness World Record for having the largest canopy, which covers a full 5 acres of land. The origins of this tree go back more than 550 years. According to legend, the tree grew from a funeral stick after a widow named Thimama performed sati in 1433. Sati was an ancient ritual where a widow sacrificed herself by sitting on her deceased husband's funeral pyre. Due to this act of sacrifice, the tree is believed to possess mystical powers, especially for couples seeking blessings for fertility. The enormous canopy of the tree is supported by nearly 4,000 aerial roots, creating the illusion of a forest rather than a single tree. These roots intertwine and bend into intricate patterns, forming a natural labyrinth inhabited by various species of animals, insects, and small mammals. The tree's root and the branch system is tended by local residents, who help guide new roots using bamboo sticks so they grow in the desired direction. For heavy branches that may break, stone supports are set up to hold them. Besides its natural beauty, the tree holds deep cultural significance. Under its sprawling canopy is a temple dedicated to Thimama, making it a pilgrimage site for thousands seeking blessings. Rituals conducted under its branches are believed to bring good fortune, particularly in matters of fertility. Princess Pachela is a shining example of how a tree can not only amaze with its size, but also demonstrate incredible resilience in conditions where other trees might fail to survive. Standing 290 feet tall, this eucalyptus tree in the Florentine Valley of Tasmania is one of the tallest trees in Australia. However, the true marvel of this tree lies not just in its height, but in how it has adapted to ever-changing conditions. Eucalyptus trees like Princess Pachela have a special bark that protects them from natural threats, such as wildfires that sometimes rage in Tasmania. This thick bark helps these trees survive even when flames engulf the forest. Princess Pachela has endured numerous wildfires, proving just how strong and resilient it is. These eucalyptus trees not only captivate with their appearance, but also play a key role in ecosystems, providing shelter for many animals and plants. In the misty forests of the Olympic Peninsula in Washington hides one of the oldest and most massive trees on Earth, Keyote Lake Red Cedar. This tree, belonging to the red cedar family, has likely survived hundreds of years. Standing 174 feet tall and with a trunk diameter of nearly 20 feet, it is a true giant. Its magnificence lies not only in its size, but also in its importance to local peoples, especially the Keyote tribes, who have used it for centuries to make canoes, baskets, clothing, and much more. This tree has also served as a cultural symbol for many local tribes, playing a significant role in their spiritual lives. But it's not just the ancient age and cultural value that make this tree unique. Keyote Lake Red Cedar provides shelter to many plant and animal species, creating an ecosystem right within its trunk and branches. Such trees are not just a part of nature, They carry entire histories and significance for our planet. Deep in the forests of Oregon grows a tree that challenges perceptions of what a spruce can be. This tree, known as the DNA spruce, was discovered in 1989. This incredible spruce, or Douglas fir, reaches an astonishing height of 327 feet, approximately 100 meters. But it's not just the height that impresses. It also has a trunk diameter of 11.5 feet, making it one of the largest spruces on Earth. This tree thrives in an old-growth forest, flourishing in the wet, temperate climate of Coos County, Oregon. Despite its towering height, the story of this tree is one of quiet resilience. Over the past 15 years, the tops of the tree have gradually died back, reducing its height. However, even with the height reduction, the tree's trunk volume, estimated at 8,120 cubic feet, continues to grow. This ancient giant is part of a protected area managed by the Bureau of Land Management. Visitors can take a 1-mile trail through Oregon's forests to reach this tree. While the DNA spruce stands tall, the next tree stretches its roots far and wide, leaving its mark on the land. It is so massive that it can store an unimaginable amount of water within its trunk. Known as the Tree of Life, the Bobab is vital to its ecosystem and the communities surrounding it. These trees with thick, water-storing trunks have fascinated people for thousands of years. Imagine a tree that can grow over 80 feet tall and have a diameter of up to 36 feet, storing thousands of gallons of water within its trunk. It thrives in the harshest climates, such as the African savanna, where water is incredibly scarce. The Bobab is not just massive, it is also very old. Some of these trees are believed to be over 3,000 years old, and their tangled branches, which resemble roots, have earned them the nickname upside-down trees. The Bobab is not just a giant, but a source of life for animals that depend on its fruit, leaves, and even bark. The fruit of this tree, sometimes called monkey bread, is a superfood containing 6 times more vitamin C than oranges. These fruits are also rich in antioxidants and essential minerals like potassium and calcium. Even the oil extracted from its seeds is used in cosmetics for skin and hair care. In places like Madagascar and South Africa, the Bobab is entwined with cultural stories, often regarded as sacred. The next tree is the General Grant tree, whose grandeur is so immense that it is called a living national shrine. This giant sequoia, located in California's Kings Canyon National Park, stands 268 feet tall. Its trunk is so wide that it would take dozens of people holding hands to encircle it. And it is not just a massive tree, it has become a symbol of U.S. history. In 1926, it was declared the nation's Christmas tree, and in 1956, it was designated a national shrine in honor of fallen soldiers. The General Grant tree has survived numerous natural disasters, including fires, and remains a living reminder of nature's resilience and strength. Do you think it's possible for a tree to transform the land around it? The monkey pod tree, or Salmonea salmon, does exactly that. This incredible tropical tree is widely known for its enormous umbrella-shaped canopy, which spans over 100 feet in width. But that's not all. The monkey pod tree has an amazing ability to fix nitrogen in the soil, enriching it and making it more suitable for other plants. This means the tree doesn't just grow, it actively improves the surrounding ecosystem. Even its fallen leaves and pods decompose into nutrient-rich material that helps other plants thrive. Have you ever noticed how one tree can change an entire ecosystem around it? This tree is also incredibly important for ecology, preventing soil erosion with its powerful root system. Its roots protect the land from destructive rains, which is especially crucial in tropical regions. Interestingly, this tree is also valued for its wood, which is used to make furniture and traditional utensils, particularly in Hawaii. Now let's move on to the next tree, which not only astonishes with its size, but also with its mystical powers. Have you ever wondered how trees can become symbols of survival? The white gum, known as sim, is one of the tallest trees in Tasmania, reaching a height of 299 feet. What makes this tree truly unique is its story. Sim narrowly escaped being felled during mid-20th century logging efforts, but thankfully its incredible height and remote location allowed it to be preserved. Imagine a tree that has stood in the forests of Tasmania for over 300 years, surviving decades of attempts to cut it down. This remarkable tree has become a symbol of how natural giants can endure despite all threats. Interestingly, like other trees in Tasmania, became part of a protected zone after the creation of a reservation in 1977 aimed at safeguarding these unique trees. If you think the height of a tree is its most important feature, think again. The Tuli Tree in Mexico is a giant that impresses not with its height, but with its colossal width. The trunk of this tree has a circumference of over 137 feet, and its diameter reaches 46 feet. This giant has lived for more than 2,000 years and stands as a symbol of nature's strength in Mexican culture. For many years, it was believed to be several trees fused together, but recent DNA tests have shown that it is a single unique tree. Imagine what it has witnessed over 2,000 years. How many stories are hidden in its bark? It has been a silent witness to countless changes and events around it, and despite all trials, it continues to stand, preserving the strength of nature. We're not just talking about its size, but its profound symbolism. Have you ever seen such giants in person? Which tree left an unforgettable impression on you? Share your thoughts in the comments. The Raven's Tower is a majestic Sitka spruce growing in the forests of California within Redwood National Park. It draws attention with its incredible height and unique location. This tree, standing at 317 feet tall, was discovered in 2001 by researchers Michael Taylor and Ron Hildebrand. Interestingly, recent measurements suggest that it could be even taller, possibly reaching 329 feet. Raven's Tower is not only striking for its height, but also for its growth in California's foggy climate, where humidity and mist aid the tree's growth. Surrounded by mosses, lichens, and even ferns, the tree's bark is an ecosystem in itself. Branches high up sometimes develop their own soil, allowing new roots to grow directly on the branches. This tree's exact location is kept secret to protect it from potential harm by humans. Raven's Tower thrives in this unique microclimate, but the next tree has faced many trials of nature to survive. The Centurion is not just a tree, it is a true symbol of survival in the harshest natural conditions. This giant eucalyptus tree grows in Tasmania, within one of the oldest and mistiest forests on Earth. Standing at over 100 meters tall, the Centurion has become the tallest known tree of its kind. But its greatness is not limited to size. This eucalyptus has endured decades of natural disasters and continues to grow. It has faced terrifying forest fires, including the bushfires of 2019, during which it was damaged. Yet, despite this, it survived and continues to stand tall. The Centurion eucalyptus possesses a resilience worthy of admiration. Its massive trunk, which exceeds 13 feet in diameter, allows it to withstand challenges that most trees could not endure. Interestingly, the Centurion is located within one of Tasmania's most protected forests, now considered a natural monument. In addition to the Centurion, this forest is home to several other giant eucalyptus trees, each with its own unique story of survival. The Nina Loguelmina is an incredible southern bluegum eucalyptus tree that grows in Tasmania, reaching a height of 92 meters. This tree stands in the forests near Lonavale and has faced many threats during its existence, including logging attempts. For over 300 years, this tree has steadfastly endured the challenges posed by both nature and humanity. Its existence was under threat in the 20th century, when plans for logging operations in the area targeted the forests, including this unique tree. However, thanks to the efforts of local residents and environmentalists, Nina Loguelmina was preserved. This eucalyptus was recognized not only as a natural monument, but also as a symbol of the importance of protecting nature and ancient forests. The significance of such trees cannot be overstated. If these trees were not protected, the world would lose yet another natural wonder. Did you know there is a tree that can grow taller than 100 meters? Yes, it is the YellowMoranti, one of the tallest tropical trees in the world, discovered in Borneo. One tree, known as Manara, reaches an incredible height of 100.8 meters. But despite its magnitude, this tree faces serious threats of extinction due to deforestation and habitat loss. What's remarkable is that scientists used laser technologies and climbers to precisely measure this tree's growth, as its tall and slender trunks appear incredibly graceful. However, all this makes the YellowMoranti a vulnerable giant. The lost monarch, hidden in the redwood forests of California, is a giant tree that redefines the concept of huge. This is not just a tree, but a true natural titan. Discovered in 1998, it became famous not only for its height, but also for its massive volume of wood, estimated at nearly 35,000 cubic feet, placing it among the largest trees by volume on Earth. This tree is part of the famous Grove of Titans, home to some of the largest redwoods on the planet. The Lost Monarch boasts not only impressive height, over 320 feet, but also a trunk diameter of 26 feet, allowing it to maintain such a massive wood volume. Its crown is also unique, with branches spreading 70 feet, creating a majestic canopy that gives the tree a regal appearance. The Lost Monarch is not only impressive in size, but also supports a unique ecosystem. From mosses on its bark to epiphytes growing on its branches, this tree becomes a world unto itself. It is even believed that some plants and ferns growing on it have never touched the ground. This tree represents life and a living ecosystem. Imagine standing next to something so enormous that it feels like standing beside a 26-story building entirely made of wood. This is the General Sherman, one of the most iconic trees located in Sequoia National Park, California. This tree is not only enormous in size, but also holds historical significance. General Sherman is the largest living tree on Earth by wood volume. It stands at 275 feet tall, approximately 84 meters. But beyond its height, this tree is known for its colossal trunk volume of approximately 52,500 cubic feet, making it the largest tree on Earth by volume. Its base has a diameter of 36 feet, which is wider than most city streets. To imagine its size, standing next to it feels like being beside a 26-story building. Weighing approximately 1,385 tons, it's almost impossible to comprehend the sheer size of this giant. Despite its age and massive size, General Sherman continues to grow, increasing in diameter by 1 centimeter each year. Even after millennia of existence, the tree faces nature's challenges. For instance, in 2006, a large branch broke off during a severe storm, reminding everyone of its vulnerability. But despite this, General Sherman continues to stand, majestic and serene. Danum excelsa, another giant tree, grows in the heart of the Amazon, where it not only amazes with its height but also plays an important role in combating climate change. This tree, also known as Angelum vermelho, can reach up to 88.5 meters tall, making it the tallest tree in the Amazon. Beyond its height, Danum excelsa can store massive amounts of carbon, with a single tree of this species capable of holding as much carbon as 500 smaller trees. This tree resides in protected areas of Peru and northern Brazil and is a rare specimen of its kind. Its trunk can reach over 32 feet in circumference, and although these trees are 400 to 600 years old, scientists still cannot fully explain what enables Danum excelsa to grow so tall. To reach this giant, one must travel over 200 kilometers by river and then trek through untouched forests. Despite its magnificence, Danum excelsa is under threat from deforestation and illegal mining. The Shere Joris is a critically endangered tree that resides in the rainforests of Southeast Asia, standing over 65 meters tall. This incredible forest giant can reach a height of 82.4 meters, making it one of the tallest trees in the region. It is known for its straight, cylindrical trunk that can reach 5 feet in diameter. The crown of this tree forms an enormous hemisphere rising above the forest damo and creating shade for the ground, supporting an entire ecosystem of flora and fauna. The Shere Joris produces highly valued light red timber used in construction and carpentry. It also produces damar resin, which since ancient times has been used for sealing boats, making varnishes, and even as torch fuel. Resin is collected by cutting triangular grooves into the trunk, and these grooves can remain productive for up to 30 years. Unfortunately, this remarkable tree is now considered endangered, primarily due to deforestation and habitat destruction. As we bid farewell to the rich legacy of the Shere Joris, we move on to Tasmania, where a giant symbolizes the power of survival. The King Stringy is a majestic tree that forms part of the extraordinarily beautiful forests of Tasmania. This stringy bark eucalyptus tree is known for its impressive size and tough bark. The King Stringy reaches a height of 86 meters, equivalent to a 28-story building, and has an impressive trunk diameter of over 13 feet. Unlike other trees, it draws attention with its resilience to harsh conditions, and its rugged bark acts as armor, protecting the tree from external threats such as strong winds and fires. This tree can survive much more than it might seem at first glance, and has become a symbol of nature's endurance. Interestingly, the king stringy remained unnoticed for a long time, despite being just a few minutes' walk from a main road in Tasmania. This giant was discovered only in recent decades and has since become an object of admiration. Have you ever encountered trees or plants that left an unforgettable impression? Let us know in the comments. Some trees are hidden not to keep a secret, but to protect them, and Hyperion is just such a giant that remains concealed from human interference. Hyperion is the tallest living tree on Earth, hidden within Redwood National Park. This coast redwood reaches an astonishing height of 380 feet, making it taller than many skyscrapers. It is estimated to be between 600 and 800 years old. Despite its colossal height, Hyperion's exact location is kept a secret. This decision was made to protect the tree and its ecosystem from excessive human activity, especially after its habitat began showing signs of degradation due to large numbers of visitors. The massive trunk of Hyperion contains about 18,600 cubic feet of wood, placing it among the world's largest trees by wood volume. Hyperion is not only a marvel of natural engineering, but also plays a crucial role in the ecosystem. Its deep roots help regulate water flow and prevent erosion, while its towering canopy provides shelter for countless species of plants and animals. Moreover, redwoods like Hyperion play an essential role in absorbing carbon dioxide, making them invaluable in the fight against climate change.